My dad's from Tipperary. He's from South Tipperary, from a place called Araglin. It's he came to Kells in 1959. He was teaching there for 40 years, and we used to go down to Tipperary in the summertime. The harvest time would go on, and he grew up in a small cottage in the Knockmeal Mountains, a typical old Irish cottage. And the history of the family, like we know that it was in the family for 200 years from the census. So I remember there'd be singing at night, after the harvest. Neighbours would come along, they'd come in and we'd a bottle of whiskey opened. And my grandfather would sing sometimes. And in 1976, my uncle came from England. He came with a cassette recorder, and he bought a blank cassette, 2 blank cassettes with it, which was probably the same price as the cassette recorder at the time. I was tiny, but I remember my grandfather singing, and he was hearing his voice for the first time on a tape, and he was fascinated with that, and we couldn't shut him up. So he was singing all these old rebel songs. He was in the old IRA, and some of that stuff got lost because the kids were, as they grew up, they were listening to songs on the radio, and were, when you hear these cassettes and there's recordings going on, you hear the chunk, of the record button on the cassette recorder. So it was taped over numerous times, but this song anyway managed to survive on it, and it was called Down by the Araglin. And the Araglin was a river that just went by the house. And it's a love song, and there aren't too many. The way with old Irish ballads, where a lot of them are about like leaving sometimes, emigration, and tell mommy I'm going to take our call. I'll call her back. She's always doing that at night time, see if I'm in bed. Yeah, tell her to call back. So, anyway, where was I? Down with the Araglin, yeah. So anyway, I looked up the words of this afterwards. Oh yeah. Basically, the cassette appeared in my cousin's house about 4 years ago. It was all mouldy, and those old cassettes. There's a little pad in the centre, and it keeps the tape against the head. Well, that was missing, so I had to buy another cassette and replace the tape in it. And I got it onto a computer and cleaned it up, and basically the song survived. And it isn't in the archives. It's in the archives now in Dublin because I sent it in. But I'm going to sing it for you. He was born in 1886. He died in 1980. So he was 92 when he sang the song. He had no teeth. It's hard to decipher the lyrics, but we got it. And his name was Michael Brunnock as well. So I consider it like a gift in some ways. So it goes like this. The harvest moon shone in the sky, and the sun sank in the west. The toiler from a long day's task, he then sat down to rest. The evening shadows falling fast on mountain, vale and glen, and I knew no care as I take the air down by the Araglin. A voice came floating through the air that evening in captive thrall. A prisoner bound, myself I found beside the waterfall. The lovely notes from her long white throat re-echo through the glen, from a comely maid who chanced did stray down by the Araglin. Her wavy hair and snow white neck, her Irish eyes of blue. Her step was light as a fawn that skips through the glens of Upper-Doon. The moon shone on her golden locks, and I courted her there and then, and I danced with O'Donovan's daughter down by the Araglin. I sat down on a mossy bank with my lean old Cree. The pleasant vows I made to her, as a young man's best can be. My thoughts take flight, and I know not why, as Cupid has his fling. And I held her in my arms, down by the Araglin. Will you come with me to my father's house, by this beautiful riverside? If he'll agree, I'll go with thee, and I'll be your loving bride. I'll milk the cows, and you'll follow the plough, and the sheep we'll care and pen. And I'll hold you in my arms, down by the Araglin. With my loving bride I there reside, where this beautiful river flows. For in the spring, when blackbirds sing, and the hawthorn there do grow, at close of day we'll kneel and pray, as the Angelus bells do ring. And we'll roam where the harvest moon shines bright, down by the Araglin. Thank you. I want to thank Jerry and Peter and Andrew for doing this thing, because there just aren't enough places like this at all, and every town in Ireland should have a place like this, and I'm very proud of you guys.
That's the Purple Sessions done for another month. That was a beautiful, beautiful evening of lovely music. Thank you very much for coming. I hope I'll see you next month. Thank you to Andrew, Peter, Dita. Thank you to Boyles. Thank you to Ger for working so hard on the cameras. Thank you, folks, for coming and really listening, because you, by listening, make it special. Good night. Thank you.